Did you know that failing to get a detailed, complete marital settlement agreement as part of a final divorce judgment can cost you a lot of stress and a lot of money in the future if you didn't get it right in the first place? Hi, I'm Gerald Maggio, Orange County divorce and family law attorney, and in this video I'm going to explain the absolute importance of having a detailed marital settlement agreement as part of a divorce judgment so that you can get your case over with and never have to revisit most of the issues in that case ever again. Sometimes people try to save a little money by having a paralegal draft their marital settlement agreement as part of their judgment, or they hire a cheap attorney to do so. One of the most important things in the divorce case is the marital settlement agreement, also known as an MSA. That is part of your final divorce judgment and lays out all the terms of settlement regarding custody, child support, spousal support, division of property, and so on. The key of a marital settlement agreement is for it to be very detailed and avoid vagueness. And only an experienced divorce and family law attorney is really going to be able to think through all the scenarios that may happen in the future that should be addressed in the marital settlement agreement. I have had past clients who did not do this prior to me getting involved. And I even have somebody who works for me who handled her own divorce case prior to working for me who did not do this properly, and therefore ended up having to deal with a situation where they ended up having to spend a lot of money to fix the mistake. Let's say you and your spouse agree on the division of debts, like credit card debt. It's very important that the MSA, the marital settlement agreement, spells out all the accounts, gives account numbers or at least partial account numbers, and lays out who's responsible for what. You don't want a settlement agreement that just says each is responsible for any credit card debt in their own name. You know why? Because what's going to happen is creditors don't care. If the other party happens to be on that account, they're going to go after both of you. In fact, creditors love ambiguity because that just gives them an excuse to go after the other party to try to collect the money that they owed. The person that works for me failed to have a detailed marital settlement agreement, and you know what happened? They couldn't find her ex-husband, and they went after her to collect on the credit card debt, and then ended up costing her approximately $20,000 out of pocket that they ended up going after her, garnishing her wages and so on to collect on the debt they were owed. And they did it. So you don't want to cut corners in your divorce by having a paralegal or a cheap attorney do something that should be done properly by a more experienced attorney. Because otherwise you're going to end up paying more than you ever bargained for. So the bottom line is that you want to hire an experienced divorce and family law attorney to represent you, to make sure your rights are protected, and to make sure your marital settlement agreement is complete, it's detailed, there aren't any loopholes, there aren't any holes in it that may come back to be a problem for you later. If you find yourself going through a divorce, or you know somebody who's going to, please contact our office with the information provided at the end of this video for a free consultation to go through what your situation is and to lay out what the next steps are. If you like the information on this video, feel free to click on the link to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the end of this video for more informative videos. See you next time.